Sheep are in the paddock today. There's no wind. It's Boxing Day 2023. There's no sheep in this field at the moment, so I've brought all the dogs out together so they can all have a run round. They're all watching the sheep. Ramble! Ramble, to the ma. Good girl, come here. Good girl. Jessie, come here. Jess! Jess! Jess, to the ma. Jessie, to the ma. To the ma. Jessie! Come here, Jess. Good girl. Oh, good girl you are. Good girl. Jessie's our original Merle. She's probably going on 9-10 years now. Blue! Blue! Come on, Blue. Tid. Come here. Not today. Tidama. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah, good girl. Blue, come here. Come here. Sit. Bobby, come here. Ah, good boy. I got high hopes for Bobby. Bobby's got a lot of drive. Awful lot of drive. Much like Rosie, his sister. Who's here somewhere? Oh, she's sat over there looking at the view. That's one funny thing about sheepdogs. They like to look at the views. I assume they're looking for sheep. I don't really know, to be honest. But they do tend to sit up on this hill and just look out to sea. A lot of the time. Of course, they can hear things we can't as well. And no doubt they can see things we can't. There, Rosie. Hey, Rosie. But it's nice to be able to bring them all out together. It would be manic if the sheep were loose. So this has been a good opportunity. Merles. Black and whites. Black and whites all stem from this girl here. This is Flay. Flay's getting on a bit now. Flay's from a international championship line. I don't mean just an international championship line. I mean just about every dog in her pedigree is a champion, and some of them several times over. Extremely well bred dog, but nothing to do whatsoever with the current dogs. Flay's line's been lost, which is a shame because she's done really, really well. Not Flay personally, but her parents. Both her parents were in the Welsh trials team, and they basically won everything they ever entered, just about, from what I can work out. When we bought her, we didn't know that. But we knew she was a good dog, so we went and watched them. We didn't realise just how good. Anyway, they stopped breeding, from what I can gather, and stopped trialling. So I've bred Flay and Rosie from... Sorry, I bred Bobby and Rosie from Flay with another dog, well, a dog's bloodline that's done really well, that's a current dog, but again, nothing to do with the major league players. Just a very good dog, and very well known dog. And these two have got some drive like I've never seen before. They're going to be good dogs, but make no mistake, they're hard work. They're really hard work. But once you've cracked them, I'm finding they become quite controllable. They're more of a control dog. Some people call them robot dogs, point and shoot dogs. They don't do much thinking for themselves, but they do listen. Haven't quite cracked Bobby yet, but Rosie, and they're sharp as a nail for listening. Rosie, Dinner. Good girl. What are you doing, Rose? And they make lovely dogs. They are lovely dogs. I mean, Bobby's particularly affectionate. Rosie's not in the slightest bit affectionate. She don't even want a bit of fuss. She don't want it. They're not interested. Whereas the Merles, they're very cuddly dogs. They'll all give you a good cuddle. All of them. Don't you, Brambles? You like a good cuddle, don't you? Yeah. I find the Merles can think on their feet better than the black and whites. They're much easier to handle, much easier to train, but you won't get that sharpness out of them. Well, I haven't, let's put it that way. Which is great. I mean, if you just want to move some sheep around and do some general sheep work, I'd go for the Merles any day of the week. I wouldn't go for these black and whites. I'd go for the Merles. But if you want to do trialling and stuff, then you want the black and whites. They're so far apart from each other in their behaviour. It's quite strange to watch, to witness. I mean, like Rosie, I mean, she'll get the sheep off the wall, no bother. She'll go in a pen of sheep, no bother. He'll go in a pen of sheep, no bother. There's no fear in them. They're in, they're done. The sheep don't like them. Whereas the sheep don't really mind the Merles. Although Dasher, wherever Dasher's gone, sitting behind me, Dasher's got quite a bit of push, but then she's got the same father as Rosie and Bobby, the two black and whites, and she's sort of an in-between, but she's still very good at thinking on her feet. You could send them into a field and they'll go and do the job without any further instruction. The black and whites won't do that, not a chance. But they will do everything they're told to do. Very different. And I love them all. They're all nice dogs. What you doing, Rosie? See, I'll stop Rosie now. I mean, she's looking at the sheep. And I'll just call her back. Rosie, come here. Let me down. Rosie! Rosie, Timmer. Sit. Rosie, walk on. You can point and swear at Rosie. No bother whatsoever. She'll do everything she's told. Willingly. That's a good girl, Rosie. But she can't think for herself. Not very well. Same with Bobby. Lots of drive. Very obedient. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Just thought I'd bring them all out, and they've all had a good run. They've tired themselves out now, so we're going to head back home. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Jessie. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Hey, Bobs. Hey, Bobs. Bobby. See, stop on the button. Good boy. Good boy. Hello, Flay. Good girl. And Rosie. Rosie. See, ears straight up as soon as the name's mentioned. Rosie, come here. Had a good girl. Lovely. Lovely dogs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying one dog's better than the other. I was just walking back and thinking about what I just said. I am certainly not saying one dog's better than the other. They're just very different. They're different bloodlines and they have different natures. So, just to recap, the Merles make very good companion dogs. They're lovely to walk out in the fields and check the sheep and do a bit of work here and there, perhaps move them from one field to another. and they'll do it without very little input from you. They really do think for themselves. The black and whites, well, they will move stubborn sheep, no question about it. Where the Merles start to struggle, if you've got an obstinate sheep like our ram, the Merles will move, the black and whites will move them. When you shout their name, their ears are up and they listen. It's pretty instant. The Merles, you might have to tell them 2 or 3 times. Black and whites on the button. But as for just walking around with them, you've got to keep your eye on them, because they'll start messing about with the sheep, and they don't just bring them to you, they just chase them all around the place. So you've got to work the black and whites. Nice dogs, both very good dogs, both very useful bloodlines. Just depends what you want. That's my dogs. I'm not talking about anybody else's. Maybe it's the way I've brought them up, maybe it's the way we keep them, because they're all house dogs. Believe it or not, they're all in the house. They're separated at night. They've got their own kennels and things, but generally all day long they're pets that are used for sheep work. They're here purely because we wanted dogs, really. Anyway, thanks for watching.